This is Johnny from the Hangout Spot in Florida, correspondent from the Boxing Voice, and I am here with super featherweight prospect, 10-0, 7 knockouts, Dominic Valle, who's from Florida, but you're from Puerto Rican descent, correct?
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you, champ. I see that you are here at Pro Box, but you were supposed to be fighting on this card, so I'm a little disappointed, man.
Me too.
But what went down, man?
So I was dealing with an injury before my last fight as well, and I was trying to push past it. Me and my coach, we were seeing how we can work with it and what we can do. We were hoping by the time this fight came, we got closer to the end of the training camp, it'd be in a better spot. We kept pushing through, kept doing everything we could, taking the rest that we need, taking the recovery that we need, did everything we had to do all the way up until last week because I mean, everybody knows in the end I don't like to back out. I don't like to disappoint my fans. So we tried. My coach finally called it quits 2 weeks out from the fight. They're like, my coach was like, it's enough. We're not gonna push you and damage anything else. We're gonna be safe.
No, I think that's the right idea, man. You're a young guy. Take it easy, man. You got a ton of potential. You got your whole career ahead of you. Was that fight canceled or just postponed? Are you gonna continue with the same opponent when you get back in action?
As of right now, I'm informed that it was canceled. Nobody told me anything about it being postponed or trying to. I know he's still fighting on the card tonight. He's facing Jojo Diaz. So we'll see what happens. I'm not 100% on what's gonna happen in the future, but I mean I'll be ready for whatever.
I'm excited to see you come back in the ring. Again, you're a very, very exciting fighter. But for some of the fans that have never seen you fight before, stylistically, what's your style? And who do you think you resemble?
I mean, I'm definitely a boxer puncher. It's hard to say who I resemble. I mean, it's difficult. I have my own style. I have my own form. I have my own flow. I don't know what it is. I resemble a lot of fighters. I imitate a lot of fighters. I learn from a lot of fighters. So I kind of mix every fighter into one and see what we can come up with. And at the end of the day, that's what my style is. Just a mixture of everybody I love.
What are some of your favorite fighters?
I got Miguel Cotto, Tito Trinidad. We got, I love Gervonta right now. I like Shakur. Even if I'm not a huge, they could be rivals in the future. A lot of people can be rivals in the future. That doesn't mean I'm not a fan of the way they fight. I am very much a fan of boxing, and I can admire what is the beauty of boxing, and that's what I do with every fighter that I watch.
No, like I said, you're a student of the game. I can tell. By the way you speak very well, and you're also in a division that's really, really hot right now. How do you see the super featherweight division right now, like the cream of the crop?
I mean, when we talk about super featherweight, I think 35 is definitely, the spot to be at right now. I see me being, world champion of 130. Not sure when we want to do that. It's up to my team, my promoters, to see when they want to move me in that direction. But I'll be ready soon enough. And like I said, 135 division is hot, real high, and that's somewhere I'd like to go up to and test my skills.
Oh, absolutely. Did you get a chance to see the Keyshawn Davis fight? What did you think of that performance, man? And do you think that maybe he's a possible opponent for Tank?
For Tank, I wouldn't count Keyshawn out. Keyshawn's a super talented, super gifted fighter. I knew him in the amateurs, and I actually fought his brother Keon in the amateurs as well. They're all fantastic fighters, every one of them, all three of them. I'm thinking he's still a little too young, just because Tank's a veteran in the game. He knows the ins and outs. He knows how to win. He knows what to do. He knows when to step on the gas, when to let off. I'm not saying Keyshawn doesn't, but it's a big step. It is a big step.
He was dominant last night at home.
Last night, I'm gonna be honest, beautiful boxing. That was some of the best boxing I've ever seen.
Listen, and it's tough, especially when you're fighting in front of your home crowd, right? So you're trying to shell out. You don't want to disappoint, but he did not disappoint, man. No, I think the future's bright for him, and I agree with you. I think he may be a little bit away, but, man, the kid loves to fight. He loves to fight. But the fight that I want to see at 135 is Shakur and Tank. Yeah. If that were to happen, what do you see there?
Like I said, you can admire the boxing of Shakur, but the power of Tank, and Tank, you can't underestimate Tank's boxing IQ. He's an extremely talented, extremely gifted fighter, and he knows the ins and, like I said, he knows the ins and outs. He's very, very gifted with his hands. I've always said I would give the edge to Tank for one reason. They're both boxers. They both know how to box. Like I said, don't underestimate Tank's boxing style. But then Tank just has that little bit with the power. That's where I give him the edge. But again, like I said, Shakur, amazing fighter. So there's no saying.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. If you had to, let's say it was your choice, how many more fights do you think you would need before you are ready for a title shot?
That's a tough question because as a fighter, you know, you're like, I'm ready now. But I mean, if we're gonna be realistic, and we're like I said, talking to my team and seeing where we're at, I would say give me 6 more fights. I would say 6, 7 more fights. I have my feet really into boxing. You know, I really start understanding the sport a lot more. I have so much more experience, and I think 6, 7 fights, I'll be ready for that shot.
Especially working with Coach Mark Ferre, man. He's the man, man. How's it been working with him?
It's been. I actually started my pro career with Mark 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Yeah, as soon as I got out of the amateurs, I actually did 1 fight with him in the amateurs. Trained with him for a little bit. Fought the state golden gloves. I won the state golden gloves, and then COVID happened, and I decided I'm just going to turn pro. From there, Coach Mark has been my head coach. The amount of knowledge he has in the sport, I can't take it for granted. You know, I listen to every word that he says, and we built a very, very strong connection, very strong bond. So we understand each other very well.
No, I think it's a match made in heaven, man. Yeah, final question: outside of work, boxing, you do modeling, right?
Yes, I do. I do.
How did that come about?
They actually saw my brother Marcus. They found him on Instagram. I went with him to Miami to go meet with them. They were like, "Hey, we saw your brother. Does he want to box?" I was like, does he want to model? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? From there, it took off. I ended up working for Nike, Adidas, Finish Line, ASOS. I did a job for Frank Ocean. I've done countless jobs. I just did a job for Nike. I did New York Fashion Week. I actually walked New York Fashion Week maybe last month, and for Adidas and Willie Chavario. Crazy experience. I loved it.
That's amazing, man. And you got the best of both worlds because you can fight and you're good looking.
Yeah.
So you already know, in this day and age, you'll be able to market yourself in the ring, outside the ring. Big things, nothing but big things ahead of you. Listen, champ, this was an absolute honor and a pleasure, man. And I wish you the best of luck in your career. I can't wait to see you back. And I'm always going to be a supporter, man. I'm here with super featherweight prospect Dominic Valle from Puerto Rico.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody. Keep on my career. This injury, you know, it's a little step back, but we're coming strong next year. We're coming very strong next year.
Good luck to you, champ.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching that video, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Hangout Spot on YouTube and help us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And make sure you head to the page and check out all of our live fight coverage, live interviews, fighters, trainers. We got it all. You already know how we do it up here at the Hangout Spot. So tell a friend to tell a friend, and make sure you come and support the movement. I definitely appreciate all of y'all.